All right, welcome to Tuesday Night Live, really, with What's Up in Your Universe with Laura B. If you haven't been here before, you are definitely in for a treat, guys, and welcome to everybody who's here. Laura, welcome. Seems like, click the weeks off here. I don't know about you, but time is moving like redonkulously fast. How's your week been, and how is your universe, and what's up in your universe?
Well, everything's going well, Josh. I'm just, working through the energies, doing that inner work. And I'm very happy to be here. It seems like Tuesday nights come so quickly, which is wonderful because this is usually an uplifting time. It gives me the opportunity to do what I love, which is provide clarity and insight to anyone who is seeking. So I just want to say hello to those of you who are here and thank you once again for joining us. So hello, Scotty Boy. And I see Venus. We have Jolie James, Doreen of the Children's School of Yoga. Hello. Teresa from Wounds to Wisdom. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Hello, Suzette. Michael Marr, good evening. Lisa Marie, thank you for joining. Hello, Dale, Millie, Brazy, what a lovely day. Care Bear, Bard of Cards, good evening. Nice to see you here. I see Yolanda has joined us. Thank you. Who else is here? I think I said Dale. Hello, Carl. Good evening to you. And thank you, anyone whose name I missed. I do believe I can see all the messages in the chat, but every now and again I question whether or not I can. So if I missed your name, it's probably because I cannot see the full chat. Maybe it just shows me top messages. And good evening, Nathan. I see you just popped in as well. So a little bit about what we do here. I read tarot and oracle, and I will start us off with a group message, and then I will answer your individual questions. Now, it's okay to get a reading if you had one last week. However, you do need to wait at least 1 month, preferably 3 months, before repeating the same question. So even if you haven't seen the energy shift yet and you had a question previously, just give it time, because it does take time. Things have to shift in our inner world before we see that shift in the outer world. So that's basically what I have for you. And then I do close out the show with a quick pick a card. That way everyone here gets a personal message. And I believe... Hello, Chloe. I see you popped in as well. Thank you for joining us. I do see that Josh has started to star the people who have questions, and I believe we have 2 spots left. I do 6 readings, and I believe that right now we have 4 people starred. So hello, Chris the volunteer. Thank you for joining us. And Witchy Trista, thank you as well.
Yes, we have 4 starred. We have Carl, and we got your question there first, Carl. And we know you're overseas there, so we try to get you so you don't have to stay up so late there. Much love. What a lovely day, and of course, it's such a lovely name. Care Bear, who's going on vacation tomorrow and is now going to be our resident astrologist. How awesome is that for the channel? And Care Bear can use all the practice, because she's been taking astrology lessons for over a year. So we're going to give her a platform to practice. Then we have Nathan. And how are you doing, brother, up there in the cold north of Canada, the maritime Canada? So we have 2 slots left. So if you have a question, throw it up in all caps. And if you haven't been here before, please like and subscribe if you're watching in the rewind or the replay as well. Do keep in mind this channel is also live Monday through Friday at 7:33 West Coast time, 10:33 a.m. East Coast time with Good Dawning. So join us there as well. And if you haven't seen Laura before, we're going to go over how this works real quick. It's amazing. So Laura's going to give you an amazing reading. And if you haven't heard Laura before, her energetics are hands down, she's fired, and we get returning customers every week. So I guarantee we wouldn't have them if she's really Laura is spot on, and it's amazing. And so Laura's going to start us off with a group message. Then from that, if you want a reading, we have 2 slots left. Put it all in caps there as well. And I think me. Okay, so we've got Yolanda there. I start that. And if you put one else, Yolanda, so we have one more slot if it's in there before
Brazy.
Yolanda, then you get Brazy gets it. Okay, so Brazy, it's Brazy and Yolanda. There we go. Thank you. It's hard to do this when you're talking there. So Yolanda and Brazy, so that'll lock us off there. So Brazy, I will find your message in the chat and grab that. So what happens is that if you haven't seen it before, Laura's going to do the card, and then I come behind and channel the energetics with Saint Germain or Isis or whomever I channel there, Archangel Raphael, and the energetics of what Laura is talking about. We don't overrun, and I never in my channelings will I give you any what's going to happen in your future. You got to create that on your own. But we basically at this point, I'm going to pass it off to Laura. We're going to grab Brazy's question. I already started Yolanda's there, and from that, Laura's going to start off with our group reading. And if you haven't seen Laura before, I'm going to periodically put her stuff on the screen there. Keep in mind with the new setup, once I throw her on the screen, her info, I can't see any of the chat. So just keep that in mind. None of it. It locks it up. So I'm going to put that on. It's a change to StreamYard. So I'm going to put that up on the screen. So if you do need energetics outside of YouTube and want a reading that's going to obviously be more personable, private stuff, maybe something's going on, personal situation, or if you need Reiki or any of that as well. And of course, Reiki through the internet works just as well and sometimes better because there's no clash of direct energies there. You can email Laura at letspiritguide.com, and you can check out her website. Let me get it started and pulled up here. There we go. I can't really see the screen once it's on though. That's what gets me. There we go. All right, so Laura's information should be on the screen there, and Laura at letspiritguide.com. If you want to directly email her, if you have a concern or a question about your reading today as well. And then, of course, you can check out our website, which is amazing, at the letspiritguide.com. So please do check it out. And, of course, any of this, the universe always likes a complete circle. So if you're receiving a reading, then of course the opposite of that would be to give. And of course, in this universe, we're not trading horses or anything anymore, and we're not going to bring Laura an apple pie, right? So if you can, Venmo or PayPal, right, would be the best way to do so in our distance world here. So if you can consider a donation to Laura, this is her vocation, and so please do support. She supports us. So if you're able to, and it's not required, but of course, energetics always likes a complete circle. Do consider giving a donation to Laura. So I'm going to drop off here as it comes up. As you see your name in the chat, or as your name comes up for the reading there, if you can put your info like, hi, I'm here in the chat, just so we can ground into your energies and we know that we're not talking to a ghost, so to speak. We know you're going to be here, Carl, Nathan Care Bear, and what a lovely day. By the time we get to Yolanda there, hopefully you're still here, Yolanda, but I'm sure you will be. So just throw yourselves into the chat there so we know you're here. And of course, if you want to contribute to your reading there, whatever you type as your reading is going on, we'll put on the screen, which can help Laura there with your energetics as well. So from my end, I'm going to drop off. I'll be behind the scenes here while Laura starts us up. And I'm going to go in and grab your question there, Brazy. But thank you for showing up. That's great. And all of you guys who are here, all 23 of you, this is our largest crowd off the bat. And really warms my heart. Laura, I'm sure you should.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That really means a lot. Thank you so much, everyone who's here. I really appreciate it. And I saw your comment, Chloe. Doesn't Laura look like a Disney princess?
Yeah, you look amazing, Laura. Really, you do.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to drop off here. Laura, take it away.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect in with the group's energy and get us a theme for this week. Let's see what the theme is for this group. So let me just connect in with you here. And I'm going to use the tea leaf fortune cards. And let's get a theme for the group. Oh, and I have one that fell right out, so we're going to go with it. That's usually a sign to me that this is an important message if it comes jumping right out of the pile. So the card that I drew is barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And this is what this card looks like. So this week, I feel that as a group, we're focused more. And I'm getting a feeling here. I feel like this emptiness inside of me. And the theme is what is missing. And I feel like that's where the focus is going for this group. For some of us, I really feel it's mixed energy here as a group. I do feel for some of us this is surrounding money, but for others it's surrounding love or relationships. And still for others it is our purpose, our passion, and our joy. It is what I'm feeling. That inside we're feeling a bit empty. And it's taking our attention rather than what we do have. So what I see for this group, and what I'd like to encourage you to do, is just kind of shift that energy a little bit and say, how can I bring more, if it's abundance into your life, how can I bring more abundance into my life? If it's love, how can I bring more love into my life? And what I want you to do is try focusing on the abundance you have already, the love that you have already, or the finances, or the passions that you have already. That will help to shift that energy, because this emptiness that I feel, it's like right in my heart center. And I feel like if we allow, we can get caught in that lack mentality. If we allow it, it can consume us. We can get caught in that lower vibration energy. So try to shift it into, how can I bring even more of something into my life? Okay. And now I would like to use the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and get a message from our soul, because our soul is always speaking to us, and our soul already knows the answer. Our soul can guide us so deeply down the path that is meant for us. We just have to allow our soul to come fully into our body. And we must be still and listen. So the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see what message our soul has for us. And Rebecca Campbell likes to call this the soul whisper. So what is our soul whispering to us? Let's get one card, please, for the group. What would our soul like us to know? And I see this one here. Okay. The card that I drew for us is the Golden Children. And this is what this card looks like. And I see some of us in this group assisting children. There's a group of children that have incarnated on this earth at this time, who come here with rare gifts. They come here with little to no karma. A lot of them are new souls, and a lot of them have not incarnated here on earth before. And some of us in this group are meant to guide those children and assist them with their life, their incarnation here on earth, because some of them may feel a little uncertain, some may feel unsafe. And Spirit's talking about how you have already had incarnations. You have already moved through certain portals of ascension. So you have the skills to uplift these children and bring them to their highest potential. And for others, I also see that this card is referencing healing your own inner child, doing the inner work and giving to yourself those things that you need in order to ascend and grow. And to be gentle with yourself. I feel a lot of forgiveness in the heart center. And Doreen, absolutely. I know that you work with children, and my kids' yoga meets astrology is all about working with these special children, and that's wonderful. And Millie, I see your comment here about you're with children right now. And yes, some are just surrounded by children, and you have a special role to play in their life. And like I was saying to the others, excuse me, if this doesn't involve physical children in your life, this is about healing your own inner child so that you can ascend and grow, so that you can get fully into your body, fully into your incarnation, commit to this incarnation on this earth at this time, so that your rare gifts will be developing. And I see, I see as a group also that we're passing through a portal here. We're passing through this energy. I feel like this is new earth energy. So this is the time to really focus on children and healing the inner child. And let's see what we are manifesting as a group. Yes, Doreen, that is beautiful. Doreen's comment says, I like to say as a tagline, the kids today are the healers of tomorrow. Absolutely. Okay. And I'm going to use Radley Valentine's Guardian Angel Tarot deck to see what we are manifesting this week. So let's get one card for the group. What are we manifesting as a group? And I see this one here. Okay, and this goes perfectly with that new earth energy. The card that I drew for us is renewal. And this is what this card looks like. And renewal in the traditional tarot is the judgment card. This is all about awakening. This is about ascending to that next level. And what I see here is your guardian angel calling you to look at your life right now. Look at every area of your life and ask yourself, what is in alignment and what must I let go of? What cannot come with me on this journey? And be honest with yourself and allow those things to go. Reflect on all that you have learned. Reflect on all your experiences that have led you up to this point. Because for some of us, this process is about letting go. It's about allowing thoughts, people, and situations that are no longer serving you to just fall away. And if there's still that bit of inner work that needs to be done, this is the time to do it so that you can ascend to that next level. So this is your rebirth, a new you. And let's see what will assist us with that energy, this renewal energy. And I'm going to use Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler Oracle for this. Let's get one message for the group. What's going to assist us with this energy? Oh, and I see this one here coming right out. Okay. Overcoming obstacles is the card that I drew. And this is what this card looks like. And I'm hearing from my guides the words, you are magical. That you have the ability to remove any obstacles from your life. Look at the obstacles you've already overcome and fully understand that you can overcome anything. This is about choices. We must remember it is our choices that led us to where we are now. So if we're happy with where we are, then continue to make the same choices. If you're at a point where you feel stuck, you feel you're not moving to the next level, or you're feeling that lack, something in my life is lacking, this is the time for you to understand that you have the power to change it. You can overcome anything. Have a different thought and a different picture in your mind and make a different choice. And let's get one last card for the group. Let's see what angel would like to work with us this week. What angel would like to work with us this week? And I see this one coming out. Okay. So our message is from Archangel Raphael. As a vibrational matchmaker, I can draw deeply powerful relationships into your life, both romantic and platonic. So whatever it is that you feel you're lacking this week, Archangel Raphael can bring people into your life to help you to overcome obstacles and to help you to create more love, abundance, joy, whatever it is that you're looking for. And the affirmations you can use: I am worthy of unconditional love. I open my heart to love's infinite possibilities. So that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that resonated, and I am sending you all so much love and so many blessings.
All right, there we go. All right, so they keep changing the layout, so you get your fingers stuck, then you fat finger it. All right, favor. Thank you, Laura. That was absolutely amazing. Raphael, Archangel Raphael. We can't really. That's thank you. All right, so we're gonna get started here. So again, Laura's information is pinned as well, and will flash it on the screen here and there. So keep that in mind. If you do want to leave a donation, then you can PayPal or Venmo, and of course, do check out her website as well. And I think you guys are going to be in for a treat if you heard the our beginning reading there. Laura is amazing. So guys, all right. So our first up, and I'm just going to go over the list here real quick. I have Carl What a lovely day. Care Bear, who will be going to the mountains tomorrow. Nathan Brazy, and thank you for coming, Brazy. Yolanda, Gail, we saw you number 7 there, and we hadn't stated that everything was closed out. So we'll put you on the list there. If you're still in the chat, just let us know when we get down there, or let us know anyways, because we love chatting with you, Dale. So we will get you as well. So those are going to be our 7 for tonight. And first up is Carl here, and let's. There we go. There's Carl. All right. So we'll get Carl show on stage. There we go. All right. So when I see a comment on stage, guys, do keep in mind whatever's going on the live chat now, due to changes with StreamYard, I can't see it. So if there's anything exciting going on the live chat, I will pop in and out and flip back to see if Carl types anything. And of course, if you want to add anything, Carl, as this is going on, we'll put it on screen. But yeah, otherwise I can't read the chat. So just keep that in mind, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop off here. And Carl and Laura, you guys are up to bat.
Okay. So, Carl, I do see your question up on the screen. What do my guides want to tell me to focus on now so I'll be able to pay my bills? Opportunities are slow, but always making calls to make anything happen. Will someone save me again at the last minute? Okay, Carl. So I see that you're really looking for more abundance in your life. Okay. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. We're going to ask the guardian angels, your guardian angels, to come through. And Carl, right away, my third eye is vibrating, but not, it's different than if it's referencing my third eye activating and intuition. What really, it's more like pressure in my head is what I should say. And what your guardian angels are referencing here is that you're in your thoughts a lot. And our thoughts can raise or lower our vibration. So your guardian angels are just urging you to be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of how much attention you are giving to, I don't want to call it a problem, but how much attention are you giving to the situation? Okay. So let's get one card for you, please. Let's get one card for Carl. We're going to use the Guardian Angel Tarot. And this is by Radley Valentine. What would your guardian angels like you to focus on? Let's get one card here. Let me see this one here. Okay. The card that I drew for you is the Emperor. And this is what this card looks like. And the Emperor is about stability, groundedness. The Emperor is about taking control of the situation, taking control of your own life. And what I see here is that you have the tools to succeed. You have the tools to move forward in the direction that you would like. The angels are talking about organization and structure in your life. They're saying that you've laid the groundwork. They're showing me like a table. So you and a table has 4 legs. So you've laid the groundwork for this stability. But then they're showing me off the table. So what they're asking is, are you focusing only in this one area? Or are you thinking outside the box? Because they're saying you may need to stray a little from your plan. That sometimes to get the outcome that we want, we must be willing to open up and try new things. And your guardian angels are talking about, yeah, so they're moving my hand. So they want you to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to try something new. That it doesn't mean that everything you've worked for will fall by the wayside. Sometimes we have to do what must be done. That we don't want to wait. We don't want to wait for someone or something to save us, that we create with the universe. So to take back your own power, understand how powerful you are and that you do have the resources to succeed. And let's see what action you can take here to align with this energy. What action can you take? Let's get one card for Carl. And I see this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Chariot. And this is what this card looks like. And this is about success and victory is what I see here. But what your guardian angels are referencing in this situation is your willpower. That not giving your power away. Don't give your power over to other people. Don't give your power over to the situation. That your own will, your own bravery, your trust in yourself and your trust in the universe that you are co-creating together is what will move you through this energy. And I'm seeing something here. Your guardian angels are referencing things are not always black and white. So they're not always what they seem. That what I see here is your own fear standing in your way. And to try to shift that. And see yourself as already having what it is you desire, and feel that feeling. What will it feel like? What does it feel like when things work out for you? Capture that feeling and that image in your mind. And again, know that you are already abundant. You are already in control of the situation. Focus on things that uplift you, is what your guardian angels are saying. Continue to focus on uplifting events, uplifting thoughts, uplifting feelings, anything that can raise your vibration. And let's get one last card for you here. What is the likely outcome? Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Queen of Fire. So what I see is you creating the outcome that you desire. I see you being in charge. And I see your creativity and your passion for what you do being that driving force to get you to where you would like to be. So, Carl, that is what I have for you. And I'm hoping that brought you some clarity. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right. Bear with me. Fumbling with the email. There we go. All right, good. All right, Carl. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. All right. Carl, we are grateful that you are here. Saint Germain here. Remember two things, Carl. What you focus on is what you create. So if you are focusing on not having work, not having money, and sitting in lack, guess what you are going to create, Carl? You are going to create more lack. You are sitting in that energy and you are ginning it up if you are sitting in it, right? You are pulling it in like the gin, right? So you are pulling that into your frame if you are sitting in what you don't have. Like Laura said, you are the grand abundance of your universe, and what you think, how you behave in your head, how you feel about your universe is how your universe is going to create itself and react to your energies. So if you are feeling in lack of abundance, then you are going to be in lack of abundance. Flip the script, right? Where can you see abundance in your universe? Whatever that might be. Fill up a pitcher full of water if need be and see it as abundantly full, right? Whatever it takes in your universe to start flipping your script. Because if you are going to sit in the lack energies, if you are going to sit in the concerns, and it sure, you have every right to be concerned, but do you have any trust in yourself and your universe too? So that's the thing. Where are you finding your balance? Yes, of course. The concern in yourself is to light that fire so you get up and do what you need to do, right? That is why the concern is healthy, right? Where you are like, oh, I guess I got to get up and off my Hillary Duff and create something or do something. But you cannot spin it around and then expect change. It's not going to work. So from your universe, it is about directing your thoughts into action, right? Otherwise, if you sit there, the thoughts consume you, and then you end up in the negative thought patterns, the lack, and it all compiles downhill, right? You understand this. This is how you create or not. You are on that precipice. It's your universe right now, Carl, to either stand in the frame, right, and go, I have myself. I got myself, right? We a lot of this is like Josh's situation, right? So in your universe, right, you can sit there and feel the weight of it all and go in that direction. Let it drag you down. And you can see that, but you will spiral down, right? Or you can be like Rocky, right? This is your Rocky moment, or in Mr. Mom, when he cleans himself up, loses the bear guts, he shaves and then he goes and cleans the windows on the house, right? They are playing the Rocky music, right? This is your chance to be your own Rocky Balboa if you choose to, right? You can either get strong now and stand tall and realize that you are creating all of this and what do you want to create and bring it forth and be like, I got this and I got my back. You swallow it up and you fall into, right? And you're falling into a deep well of despair, right? And that energies and all of that negative karmic energies. How healed do you want to carry yourself and how do you want to see yourself? Carl, you will succeed. Stand in your frame. You are strong. That is the whole point. Once you stand in the frame of Carl, Carl's got this. Stand in the mirror, right? Go to your mirror and go, I got this. We got this, right? Because it's your body and your source self. So there's two, right? So it's your body that is scared. The source self already knows that it's all right and it's taken care of. So stand in that frame. Don't stand in the traumatized body, so to speak, and allow for all of that. You've got this, Carl. You are the healing that you are looking for, Carl. So I want you to get up tomorrow and go to the meat packing plant and start punching some ribeyes, right? Just like in Rocky. Or you can run down the street all the way to the, well, that was the art museum, but then you can run up the museum steps and give it the big Rocky. But either way, how do you face the challenges in your universe? Do you call on your inner Rocky Balboa? Or are you going to allow yourself to call on your lower depressive karmic and to collapse? That is up to you. But I hope to see you on the steps there, cheering yourself on. And when you get to that mirror, give yourself that high five. Mel Robbins, right? So love yourself, Carl. You got this. You are getting stronger by the minute, right? We love you. All right. So Carl, you got this. You find your inner Rocky there. It's literally you choose that energy and you got this, brother. We love you. And we want to hear next week. Rocky, wait, there we go. All right, I can see that sort of. All right, Rocky was my stage name before. So there's no coincidences in this world. None. None whatsoever. As getting stronger keeps playing in my head. You got this. We want to hear about it, right? All right. We love you. All right. So after Carl here, and make sure we get that. All right. It's going to be what a lovely day. So Carl, we love you and are grateful for you always. All right. That's Laura's information. There we go. What a lovely day. It's kind of hard to see with the start here. So it's real small. But all right, what a lovely day. You are up, and I leave you in Laura's capable hands. And if you want to say hi in the chat there, I'll be. If I, in order for me to see you on the chat, though, I do have to delete this. So if you see her question, delete and then come back up. It's only because I'm checking the chat to see if there's new comments. Because right now it's just like showing this comment on stage and a real big blow up on my screen. So all right, you are next. So here we go. All right.
Okay, what a lovely day. I do see your question up here on the screen. Connecting people with their ancestors is not something I normally do or have ever consciously done, but I can see what comes through with the cards and see if specifically this ancestor comes through with a message for you. I would love a message from my Mexican ancestor, Amelia. I saw her through my third eye a few days ago. She's native Mexican Indian from the Hopi tribe. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. So what a lovely day. I'm going to connect in with your energy for a moment. So what a lovely day. When I connect in with your energy, I see my third eye, that center just spinning, spiraling. So your third eye is very active, and I'm feeling all this tingling in my crown. And usually what this is referencing when I get these sensations is that you are already connected, that you're able to go directly to the source. But it's about trust, trusting yourself. So let's see what cards come through for you. What a lovely day. Let's see, what message can we get for what a lovely day? And I see this card here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Nine of Air. And this is what this card looks like. And this would be like the Nine of Swords in the traditional tarot. And what I see here is this has to do with trust. This has to do with expectation as well. because your guides are saying, we're with you. And I can see them right above you in this image. And I'm seeing like the hands over the eyes. That you have to trust the communication you're getting is what your guides are saying to you. That don't worry about if you're able to see, or if you're able to hear, if you're able to feel. That we all have senses. Some are going to be stronger than others. For me, it's clairaudience. I hear more than I see. For you, it may be clairvoyance. But just know that the way that you are receiving messages is the way that your guides feel is the best way to communicate with you. To just release the expectation. If you're not hearing a clear message, it's probably because your guides are giving you a message in a different way. But what they're also referencing here is it's when we're not trying. When we're not trying is when we tend to get the clearest communication, when we let go. Because I do see the light here. I see them around you. And they're saying, look for the symbols that we send you. Look for the visual cues that we send you. Just take notice of them. Do it without trying, if that makes sense. And I know that's a paradox because we must set an intention to communicate with the spiritual realm. But at the same time, we don't want to try. We don't want to force. We want to allow. So that's what I'm looking for. Allow the messages to come through for you. And your guides are also referencing this situation in your life that's keeping you up at night will resolve itself. That sometimes the best way to come to a workable, meaningful solution is to not focus on the situation. Allow things to end. There's things in your life that need to be let go of, and allow that to happen because that's going to lead you to a better place. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And let's see what action you can take to align with this energy. What action? And I see this card here. Okay. The card that I drew for you is Six of Fire. And this is what this card looks like. And this is about being recognized for your abilities. But what I really am drawn to here is self-esteem. And your guides are talking about working on your self-esteem, trusting yourself. When you trust yourself fully to take charge of a situation and take the actions that you know you want to take, the actions that you feel are in alignment. Once you have the courage to accept yourself and to love yourself fully, that will assist you in moving through this lower vibrational energy. That will assist you in moving through this situation that is troubling you. So I'm hearing again your guide saying, love yourself. And that makes me sad because I feel what I feel here. Your guides are like really trying to get through to me that you're lacking in self-love, that you don't think you're worthy or good enough. And your guides are saying, yes, you are. You're worthy. You're loved. We see you. And something you can do is ask your guides to show you yourself the way they see you. Since you're visual, I think you'll have an easier time with that than some people would. But you can get into that meditative state, and you can ask your guides or your guardian angels to show you the way they see you. Because if that doesn't raise your self-esteem, I don't know what will. Because they already see you as beautiful and perfect and worthy. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome with this situation? And I see this one here. Okay. The Knight of Air. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see for you is a new way of thinking. I see new information coming to you that assists you in being determined and motivated to be the best you, to show the best you to those around you. Because you, your gifts, your presence is what is needed. And I see you being able to share more of your authentic self with others. So what a lovely day. That is what I have for you. And I am wishing you all the best. And I'm sending you so much love and so much healing.
All right. Thank you, Laura. Awesome as always there. And what a lovely day. Maybe I close my blinds. It's getting pretty bright in here. All right. What a lovely day. Grateful. Saint Germain, we are grateful for you, and we see you here in the week, and we are grateful for you. And with a name like What a Lovely Day, we would think you are having an amazing day yourself there, and we would hope that you would. Saint Germain is hoping to see that one day you can match your name, What a Lovely Day, and you can feel that you are having the most lovely day as well, because you deserve to have a lovely day, as all of you do. And if you are giving out such awesome energy as to wish people a lovely day, then may it come back to you in your universe as well there. So we are grateful for you. Just remember that we are always with you. Your guides are always with you. And what we are seeing here is that you are learning to love yourself, which is really, we are not trying to be comic about Whitney Houston here, but the greatest love of all, because that's going to mirror your universe, right? The love that you have for yourself, the love that you express for yourself is what gives you your universe, or lack thereof. If you don't have love in yourself for yourself, then you can't expect somebody else to love you. They cannot prop you up, right? If you don't love yourself, then are you doing loving acts for yourself? Most likely not. But what we are seeing here is to learn to love yourself. Look for the love within yourself and allow for that love to flow through. You are the resources that you are looking for. You are the love that you are looking for. And you are the bearer of your own self-esteem. The self-esteem comes from inside yourself, the love that you have for yourself. So trust yourself, step into yourself, and connect with your guides. Saint Germain is here for you. Are you using the violet flame? Are you talking to your higher self? There's a version of you in the ether that is the larger grand source energy. You are just sliced off and walking around, right? So are you connecting with the remainder of yourself that is up in the greater source field, right? Are you talking to your other guides? You have a direct guide, right? For Josh, it is Ron. Whom is your guide? Are you speaking with them, him or her or them, right? They could not be human, right? They could be lots of different energies, right? But nonetheless, are you grounding in with your spirit animals as well to help lift you up? While you are walking around on earth, you might also be a bird. You might be a dolphin or an elephant, right? As well, right? You are experiencing just more than yourself, but are you grounding into that and seeing that? So, from your end, and you're talking about your self esteem as well, right? All of this ties together to realize that you are the source love, that you are the generator, the grand electric generator, right? The power plant of your universe. And so, how do you want to power your universe? Do you want to power it in love? Or do you want to power it in lower energies? Do you see yourself not worthy of having all the wattage in the world, right? That is who you are, the brightest spark in the universe. So allow for that. You allow for yourself to be full wattage, right? Turn your power plant on, right? Turn your heart is your power plant, right? So turn it on. Step into that. You are going to be all right. Let your universe, what a lovely day, assist you. And as you wake up every day, are you asking your universe to have a lovely day? That is the question you have to ask yourself. Because you might be giving out that name, but if you are not carrying that energy, it's not going to work. So be the lovely day that you are trying to promote to others, right? Watch what happens. If you just try to ground into that alone, right? You are calling yourself a lovely day. So if you say, I am going to have that lovely day, so I can transmute that energy, transmit it to not transmute, but transmit it to others, right? Then you can be that lovely day for yourself and help others to have that lovely day too. There's a reason why you have such an awesome name. So be the lovely day that you are. Give everybody else that lovely day. If you work on it that way, watch what happens to your universe, because you can only give yourself a lovely day if you're trying to give it to somebody else. We love you. All right. So yeah, try that lovely day instead of run. Well, don't worry about all that. I'm going to give somebody a lovely day today. Watch what happens in your universe. That you conversely have to have a lovely day if you're giving one away. All right. We love you and grateful and hope to see you more often. Coming around. All right. Thank you, lovely day. All right. And let's see who is next here. Start is after love is going to be Care Bear. And so our new resident astrologer, and she's going on vacation tomorrow to the mountains of North Carolina. So we'll wish her a safe and favored trip there. And we'll bring Care Bear up on stage. Ooh, got to show on stage. There we go. All right. And Laura, you are up with Care Bear.
Okay. Hello, Care Bear. Thank you for joining us. And I do see your question up on the screen. I would be grateful for any guidance from spirit on my marriage and or spiritual guidance. Okay. All right, Care Bear. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. All right, so let's get a card here from your guardian angels. Let's see what they would like you to know. Let's get one card. I see this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Six of Water. And this is like the Six of Cups in the traditional tarot. And what I see here is that you're feeling nostalgic and that you're looking back to the past on those happier memories. You're looking at a time when things were more innocent, where things felt more aligned. And your spirit guides are saying that's okay because that assists in raising your vibration. That assists you in remembering why you are in the relationship that you are in. But your guides are also saying to be present, to focus on the present on the present moment as well. That when we look at the past, we want to remember. Sometimes we remember things as being better than they actually were, or sometimes we focus on the past so that we can create a present that is better than it actually is. So your guides are saying, look at the present and see things for what they are. Because your intuition is strong. But what I see here is it's difficult for you to face the more unhappier moments. So, Care Bear, hopefully that's making sense to you. That facing things can be difficult. Facing what causes us pain or heartache can be difficult, but your guides are saying you're not alone, that they're here to assist you, and that there's light and there's love and there is growth around you. So let's get a card here. On what action can you take? What action can you take? Let's get one card. And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. The card that I drew for you is the Emperor. And I know that we had this card in the very first reading that I did here tonight. And what your guides are referencing is that it's normal to feel like you are not in control. It's normal to feel like another person has more power. Because perhaps it's their career or their interaction with others that provides the stability around you. In the home, what I'm seeing here is the home. Perhaps it feels like it's not you that's providing stability. However, what your guides are referencing here is to understand that you do have control and you do have power. To organize, and I feel like this has to do with your thoughts. Organize your thoughts. Write them down if you need to. And come up with a plan. Come up with a plan for how you're going to communicate. Because I'm feeling like the communication here is what's at odds. I feel like there's this energy around you, energy that pulls one person one way, pulls you another way. And there's so much responsibility that you both carry that there hasn't been that time where you come together and really communicate and really share with each other what it is that you could use that would make you feel supported. That this structure, it's hard to have structure, but to create this structure for here's what will make my life easier, and then share that. And let's get one last card here. What is the likely outcome for you? Okay, I do see your question here on the bottom. How do I do that without feeling fear? And Care Bear, our human experience was created so that we do feel fear. There's almost no way to get rid of fear. It's like feel the fear and do it anyway. But not fear as in if you are in a dangerous situation. I'm not talking about that kind of fear. If that is the case, then my advice to you is to seek support from family, friends, community. But if what you're referencing is without feeling afraid to share what it is you need, that it's uncomfortable, then we have to face what causes us fear. We have to feel the discomfort in order to move through it. So let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? One card, and I see this one here. Okay. So this is a beautiful outcome. The Sun card. This is success for you. This is things working out in your favor. There's a new beginning. There's also an end taking place. And this ending that I see is more an ending to the frustration and the chaos, the scattered energy. And I see things coming together, and I see you feeling more uplifted, you feeling more supported. And I also see personal and spiritual growth here for you. I see you being seen. So, Care Bear, I'm hoping that resonates with you. And I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, Care Bear. Here you go. There's your question. All right. Care Bear, thank you. Mother Goddess Isis here for you, Care Bear. Are you mothering yourself, dearie? The question we have to ask. We understand some of your situation. We have heard your lives. Josh has heard your lives, so Isis has heard them as well. First off, Mother Isis wants to give you a big hug. Care Bear. Mother Isis. Dearie, we understand the situation you are in. You are not heard, or you are disrespected, or things are thrown, as you have stated. The guidance is for you are in your frame, but he is not in his frame. It is a tough situation that you are in when you have your loved one isn't so loving at times. We will leave it at that. There's going to be a decision that you have to make. What do you, dearie, the question is, what do you tolerate in your energetic field? How do you stand in your frame? And how do you react? Those are all three things that you have to answer for yourself, dearie. What we are answering for you, Karen, is the question, is it you or is it him, first off? Sometimes our picker is just off, right? So to speak. So are you seeing yourself or is it him? Based on what this channel has heard, Mother Isis has heard, based on your programs, your shows, right? It sounds like to you, sometimes you have no control over others' behaviors, whether they are erratic or not. And sometimes irrational, dearie, right? So Mother Goddess Isis's recommendation, there are a few things that you could do, right? Therapy is always one, but really the question is, are you protecting yourself, dearie, and your children? We don't know the whole situation, only what you have stated on your lives and such, and in comments and chats and the like. So from your universe, the first thing, of course, is to protect yourself and your children. Your children first, they come first. And protect yourself. If you are ever feeling threatened or in danger, leave. Go to your parents, whatever you need to do for yourself. We are not saying to leave right now, but if you ever feel threatened, always protect yourself and your children. But the question is, what can you do? It is a tough call because really, when you are in that situation, there's generally only a few things, either therapy or going about your separate ways or finding a balance if that is feasible. We don't know how discussable he is or how down to earth he really is. We have only heard what you have stated there, dearie. So from your end, Mother Isis always says, mother yourself first. What would your mother say to you, right? That's another thing to look at. But protect yourself, protect your children. In the end, yes, you will win because either you will have gelatinized your family unit by either going to therapy and he comes around, or you stand your ground and then the two of you find a balance, or you have to go out on your own. And we have heard some of the stories there. So favor. It is not easy, Care Bear, and we understand. A lot of us here and in the chat, I guarantee, we guarantee, can understand the situation. But you are your hope and your strength. Do not sit in your situation, Care Bear. Dearie, do not sit in your situation and think that you are without hope, without strength. The strength lies within you. Maybe this is all a bigger test, dearie. We love you. we know you love yourself because you wouldn't be concerned about these things if you weren't. Dear, it might be advisable to speak outside counseling, somebody who can look into the situation as a friend. If you have somebody who maybe you already have a confidant with, or if you had to leave for security purposes, that individual, parents, what have you. But dearie, you are on the right track and you are looking to protect and take care of yourself. However this works out, we send you love and favor. Whatever you end up doing, remember in each individual situation, don't be harsh or rash, because we know things can right. So find that balance there. But you've been through this, so you understand where you stand. Obviously, Yuri. So we all send you love. This is a tough spot to be in, but we see it resolving it, and see yourself in a brighter, cheerier situation. See yourself in a better, loving light. And we will see your husband in a loving light as well. And maybe our energies, all of us here, can help to lift him up as well. Favor, we love you. And Favor. All right. So, Care Bear, not an easy position to be in when you have a husband that, yeah. So, big hugs and big love. Whatever you decide to do, make sure it's out of love for yourself and protection for your children. And just stay safe. And we're all here for you. And we're all pulling. We all give you the absolute biggest hug in the universe, there, Care Bear. And we're all with you either way. And we do stand like Laura said there, the sun card. So there is on the back end of all of this, the sun does come out, and it's an amazing universe. So keep that in mind. All right. All right, guys. Thank you, Care Bear. All right, there we go. Put that on stage there. So take a moment. We'll take a moment here, guys, to send Care Bear some love there. It's not a yeah. All right. So next up is going to be Nathan. And again, consider, if you guys haven't already, do consider giving a donation to Laura there, just to keep things rounded off there, if you're able to, and of course, yeah. So, and of course, if you need energetics or like Care Bear, if you want additional deeper stuff there, and I certainly would understand, certainly, yeah, contact Laura there, Laura at letspiritguide.com. But of course, she throw cards too. So, but either way, yeah, we definitely hold you in the highest love. All right. So if you do want to make a donation, PayPal and Venmo is there. All right, Nathan is up to bat. And let's find Nathan's. There we go. Nathan, you are up, and we saw you in the chat there as well. So, Laura, we're going to pass Nathan on. And thank you, Nathan.
Okay. Hi, Nathan. It's good to see you here. And I do see your question up on the screen. How can you mend your relationships, especially with your girlfriend? Really looking for action steps. Okay, Nathan. I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. All right. So, Nathan, let's see what is going on with this relationship. What does Spirit have to say about this relationship? Let's get one card, please. Let me see this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Wheel. And what I see here is that an ending took place. Some ending within the relationship. This could be a shift of energy. It could have been the physical end to the relationship. But I see the wheel turning because I'm seeing this spiral here. I'm seeing things coming back around. And the words on the bottom of this card are luck, progress, and change. And what I'm seeing here is that you've made some personal progress. I see that you've looked inside and you've taken responsibility for your own actions, your own feelings. And for any ups and downs in the relationship itself. So Nathan, it's like your guardian angels are cheering for you. They're acknowledging that you have done a good job. And what I see here is that this was related a lot to self-doubt, insecurity, personal insecurities. Unworthiness. Thoughts that left you feeling depressed and anxious. But what Spirit is acknowledging is the progress you've made. And that change has happened in your inner world, so change is taking place in your outer world now. You will start to see the results of the work that you have put in. And that this could be a new beginning in this relationship. But your guides are saying don't lose sight of yourself and don't lose sight of the work that you've done. To always remember that the only feelings and actions that you are responsible for are your own. That it's okay to love and care for another, just not above yourself. That you have to love yourself and care for yourself the same way you love and care for others. Yeah, and I see your comment here. I accept full responsibility, Laura B., even for my own self-doubts. I am no longer letting limiting beliefs take hold over me. And Nathan, you and I had a session last week, so I know where you're at. And yes, I see that and I feel that. That it was, yeah. And it's a process. It takes time. But the energy favors some type of reconciliation in this relationship. So let's see, what action can you take to align with this energy? Let's get one card for Nathan. I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Moon. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here for you is Spirit is saying, face your fears. Whatever it is that you're holding back in this relationship, that conversation, those feelings, those expectations, that don't be afraid to share them. Don't hold back from saying or doing something because you're afraid of how the other person will react. Because that's just going to lead you into more fear and self-doubt. And Spirit's saying, follow your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, it needs to be addressed. But face your fears, because what I see here is that there's some worry here that things won't work out. There's worry that things will, that the reaction you get for sharing your feelings, sharing your thoughts, you fear it will be a negative reaction, and then that could ruin the relationship. And what Spirit's saying here is, don't allow that fear to be your focus, because we create what we fear. The only way to move through the fear is to face it. Express yourself and follow your intuition. And let's get one last card for you. Yes, absolutely, Nathan. I see your comment here. Absolutely. 100%. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? And I see this one here. Okay. So, Nathan, the King of Earth is the card that I drew for you. And what your guardian angels are telling you is that you really have nothing to fear. That this is like the King of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And that king has the Midas touch. Everything you touch will turn to gold. So things will work out in your favor. That you will be successful. And what I see here is it is slow moving energy. That things will take time. You may not be to the level or the place that you want to be in the relationship right away, but continue to nurture the relationship, continue to work on yourself, and over time you will see the stability and the growth and the successful connection. So Nathan, that is what I have for you, and I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, Nathan. Thank you, Laura. Nathan, Saint Germain, we are grateful, and we are seeing you here. We are seeing you here with generally the same kind of question here. The question we are going to ask you first, Nathan, Saint Germain wants to know, are you working on yourself, or are you, because the question is, the best way to repair your relationship, to work on Nathan, to make Nathan a better person, to make Nathan a more loving soul, to remove Nathan's traumas and to step out of your fears, right? That is the best way to repair any relationship, is to work on repairing yourself. If you are dissecting yourself, trying to just worry about this relationship, do keep in mind you are missing the bigger picture. Also, keep in mind, and this is something to think about, because you are always in and out and out and in, right? Each week we are seeing your relationship, and we are not saying that is negative or positive. You are working on yourself, so your relationship goes like this. But the question you have to ask yourself, and we are only asking you because you might not have seen this, is if you are in a relationship, but you have been, how long have you, questions we are asking you. Has this relationship existed prior to Nathan wanting to work on himself? Because is this part of your old patterns, old relationship? Right? This relationship hanging on to old energies, and it is not clashing with the new Nathan, right? That is why you are having relationship issues, right? Are you holding on to old patterns and old energies, right, that no longer match? That is the question. And are you holding on to something that is just not matching in your universe? She is going one way and you are trying to grab it to pull it back into your universe as well. We are not saying that is the case, and maybe there are just, but are you looking into why you are trying to always have to hold on to this relation or have, there's always an issue? That is the question. We are not questioning you or anything else. But when there is always, when you week in and week out, my relationship, this and then that, why is it not stable? What is causing that? That is the grander picture that we are asking you to focus on. What is that? And is it an incompatibility? Are you holding on to the past? Are you looking? Is there something incompatible in yourself that is coming out karmically in the relationship? Or is it her trying to pull away? Whatever it is, are you seeing the patterns? Because this is all, everything in your universe, it's good for everybody. It's about your patterns, right? And how they related to your traumas. So keep all of this in mind when you are looking at this. Whether or not, I mean, you have the wheel card, so that means that there is a change in energies, right? So you are going from, if you are at the bottom of the wheel, that generally means you are going to the top of the wheel. And if you are at the top of the wheel and you get the wheel card, it could mean you are staying at the top, or you are rolling around to the bottom of the wheel, right? It happens, right? So the question is, again, why is the wheel keep spinning in your relationship? Why are you not finding a stable spot in it? And we know you are looking inside yourself, but take a bigger picture of the relationship to see what is always causing this kind of yin yang energies within it, and it might help you a little bit further. But again, you got the wheel card, so we are seeing you moving forward. And for Saint Germain is going to compliment you because we are seeing in your comment there that you just want a better universe, better energies, better chapter in your universe, right? Those are the energies we are liking to see when you are finally done, when you are starting to see your patterns and get sick of it, see your karmic patterns and you are getting sick of your karmic self, see the things that have been holding you back, right? And you are starting to be like, this is not working anymore. I'm getting sick of myself and needing to change. And for that, Nathan, Saint Germain is applauding you because we are seeing that you are really starting to put out those energies, right? And you are showing it that you are just really wanting a deeper change. So that's why we say, look into your relationship in a different manner. See what keeps breaking and pulling. Maybe you are trying to hold on to what isn't working. Maybe you are see where it isn't working, and maybe it is in you to fix. Maybe it is in her and she is pulling away. But either way, take a deeper step back from yourself and look at it from a 3D, from an outside view, right? And see what you can see. I guarantee, not guarantee, right? But I guarantee you, you will see something that you are not expecting. We love you. Keep progressing. But remember, all of this comes from working on yourself. Even because if you work on yourself, you may find that you may not find that you are aligned with the relationship you are in, and there may be better for you. Either way, and there may not. We are saying this might be perfect for you, but you have, as you grow, right, you will see. And so keep opening your eyes brighter, and you will see the bigger picture in your universe. We are grateful. And if everything works out in your favor, why? Because you state that, right? It's your universe. You want it to work out in somebody else's favor or not your favor, right? So, of course, everything has to work out in whose favor? Nathan's. We love you. All right, Nathan. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So see her, see it in a bigger light there. She stepped back, like take a wider berth, or run backwards a little bit and see it from a larger frame. And I guarantee you may see either. So there's something that, to me, it sounds like there's something energetically. There's something that you guys aren't seeing, or it's not being seen. But either way, Nate, we love you and are grateful, and thank you, super much. There we go. I'll put that on stage. All right, there you go. Ooh, there we go. All right. All right. So who is next? Next, we have Brazzy. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. I know it's your first time here, and we thank you, Brazzy. And let me find your. You should be right. That's your. There's Brazzy. All right. Not in order. All right, Brazzy, you are up next. If you want to say hi in the chat, we would, just so we can ground into your energies, we would appreciate it. And Laura's going to take over.
All right. Brazy, welcome. It's nice to have you here. I do see your question up on the screen. Any general guidance towards your health journey? Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Crazy. So, I feel a lot of pressure in my head. A lot of pressure. I'm not sure if this is a literal message that you're literally experiencing headaches or head trauma, or if this is more figurative, like spirits telling me you're in your thoughts a lot. But we'll find out. We'll take a look through the cards. But I feel like this is where you're carrying a lot of tension in your head. Okay. All right, let's get one card for you. What would your guides like you to know about your health journey? Let's get one card for Brazy. Okay, I'm seeing this one here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Ten of Earth. And this is what this card looks like. And what I'm really seeing here, and what I'm focused on mostly, is the turning away. There are people in this image that are turned away from the man facing forward. And Spirit's telling me to relate to you, to focus on the journey, focus on the prosperity, focus on those successful moments. Take a look at everything that has assisted you. And that's where you want to place your focus. Focus on what has worked. And I'm hearing the word assistance. That you have had assistance. And you continue to get assistance. So Spirit's talking about don't give up. Don't give up on all that you have done. That sometimes energy can feel heavy. It can feel like, how am I going to get to the other side? It can feel like, is this working? Should I continue? And Spirit's saying, don't give up. That your time is coming. I felt weighed down. Okay, that makes sense here. Your time is coming It's like your harvest time is coming, where you will start to reap the rewards for the effort that you have put in. And that it's a slow and steady race. Things may not move as quickly as you want them to. But I see the bricks here. It's like brick by brick, piece by piece, you've laid the foundation. You're doing the work. You're growing, is what Spirit is saying to me. But this isn't the end of your journey. And I see your comment here, a slow process ahead, and that is terrifying. hmm And I see what I see here is, but there's light. So Spirit saying there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I see like hands holding hands. So support. So Spirit's referencing gather your support and don't be afraid to lean on them. Don't be afraid to tell those closest to you or those involved in your care. Don't be afraid to tell them what it is you need. Allow them to assist you. And let's get another card here. Let's get another card here. For what action can you take? I feel this heaviness in my heart. And I feel like this is where we carry anxiety a lot of times. And it's normal to have anxiety. And what Spirit's telling you here is don't be afraid to feel the feeling. That we have to feel in order to release. So I am feeling this anxiety. So let's see. What action can you take to move through this energy? Let's get one card for Brazy. What action? Ooh, let me see this here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is the Lovers. And this is what this card looks like. And the Lovers, what I see here, this is about choice. And Spirit's saying, know what your options are. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That just because someone tells you this is the plan or this is your option, it doesn't mean that it's the only option. Don't be afraid to ask, are there other options? Don't be afraid to ask a different person if there are other options. And follow your heart. Spirit saying, follow your heart. not your fear, not the anxiety, but what does your intuition tell you? What feels right? That you are your own best healer. You know what is right for you. And that there may need to be, I see another person here as well. There may need to be an open, honest communication with another person. That perhaps you're holding something back, or perhaps you're making a decision based on what this other person believes or wants for you. But to be honest about how you're feeling and about how they can best support you. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? I'm seeing a whole lot of pink light. I'm seeing like there's some level of healing taking place. And I feel like this is your heart center. That this anxiety, this fear will be eased. That even surrounding yourself with pink light, if you can visualize yourself sitting in pink light, that is very healing. So let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome? And I see this one here. Okay. So the card that came out is the Emperor. And we've had this card quite a few times now tonight. So the Emperor. So I see stability here. I see the situation stabilizing. And I see you feeling like you have more control. And I see you also taking control. I see you using your resources. That what I'm seeing here is it's not a straight line. There's not one approach that's going to help you. It's a combination of things. Oh, your rose quartz. I do see your comment here. Thank you so much, Laura B. You nailed it. I connect. I'm crying. You've touched me. My rose quartz coming out ASAP. Absolutely. And what I just want to finish that last statement that I had. There's not just one thing that's going to assist you. That it is a combination. There's a combination. So don't be afraid to stack the deck, so to speak. Don't be afraid to stack treatment on top of treatment. Maybe some will be natural and holistic. Maybe some will be traditional medicine. But together, things work in harmony with each other. So, Brazy, that is what I have for you. And I'm wishing you all the best in this situation. And I'm sending you so much love and so much healing.
Hey, Brazy. It's so much there. All right. Brazy, St. Germain, we are grateful for you and thank you for coming. We are appreciative to see you in the chat there. And I'm sure Lara is appreciative as well. So we are grateful. And we are seeing that you are focusing on your journey and you are the successful, focusing on what has worked. Don't give up. What we are seeing here is that you are almost there, but you are do not give up. We are seeing that lots of healing is occurring in your universe. Don't be afraid. As those feelings are releasing, right? You are going through it and you are releasing those feelings, right? And you are releasing all of that heaviness. So step into it, right? And this goes for all of you, right? This advice is good for anybody. When you are stepping through your darkness, right, and releasing it, just feel through it and let it go. Realize you are where you are, and that was then. So you are standing in your now, releasing the pain of then. So don't conflate the two. We stand in our now going, this has happened and we are crying it out, but we are not standing in the present when we are feeling this pain. So be careful. We can conflate the two and bring that pain into and make it our current present and be blinded to where we really are. So keep that in mind, that when you are going through it, to make sure you stand in clarity that this is the past. I am in current present energies. This is just stuck energies that really should have been released 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour after the situation, right? But we carry it because we ground into it and we treat ourselves as that energy, right? So we are this or that. I am the energy of my disappointment, or whatever it is in your universe. And so we carry that all day long until we finally realize the disappointment was 13 years ago or whatever, and we can release it because we could have only been, how long can you be disappointed for something that happened so long ago? Whatever it is in your universe, Brazzy, you are in the present. You are the present of your presence, right? So your present is your present to yourself. So keep that in mind as you are moving through all this. Take time to clear and step out to look around where you are and take gratitude into the energies of where you are. Because otherwise, if you don't, and this goes for Nathan as well, right? As you are stepping through, and anybody who's stepping through, ground into your current to clear your past, because guaranteed, most likely your current is going to be right now, because you are already in the clearing, probably a better feeling energy than your past, right? So if you can do that, and this is the magic of doing that, you can find a delineation, right, of where you were to where you are now, and it may not be so bad, right? Because if you are crying out situations that happened in the past, and you are standing in your present, even though it may not be exactly what you want, most likely it's better than your past. So keep all of that in mind. When you are grounding out and you are crying about your past, are you looking through your real eyes at your current present? So keep that in mind, Brazy, as you are going through all of what you are going through. And as Laura said that, there's no straight line. Sometimes you take 2 steps forward, then the next day you feel like you fell off the roof and you took 3 steps back, right? But then remember, you may take 4 steps forward the next day. So do not get comic. We get comic against ourselves, right? I am not feeling how I am supposed to. There's no supposed to. I am not acting like I should. There's no shoulds. And things aren't happening as I want them to. There's no want. There's only your universe and your vibration. So your universe is going to move at its rate, and slow and steady generally means that what you get is solid and real. I'm going to repeat that. If it is slow and steady in your universe, then it is solid, it is real, and it is taking its time to settle in deeply for you. It is the stuff that rolls right in like a fast motorcycle or a car, right? Or fast money, right? That comes in, that goes out just as equally as fast as it comes in. So as we sit here in impatience in our universe, and Josh is included in this, right? As you sit here in impatience in your universe, realize that as it comes in, you are being matched energetically to what is coming in. You are not getting it all flooded in, and you are going to be energetically overwhelmed. So if it is slow and steady, are you progressing slow and steady with it? There you go. All right, Brazy. So keep all that to us. There you go. So as it progresses, realize you're leveling up to the level that it's coming in. And so we want things to come in faster, but realize our leveling up has to match it. It's all as it does this slower. Instead, if it did this, you wouldn't have time to catch up and you'd lose it. So keep that in mind. Slow and steady always will win the race. And that, you know what that means? Anything that's coming in slow and steady means that it's for real and it's for a lifetime. Generally speaking, it's something that's solid for you. It's not anything that comes and goes. It's not fleeting, right? Um, but yeah, you've got this. You are the emperor, right? So it is stabilizing. And when it's that position where it's where you come out of where you realize you come out of the karmic and come out of all that heavy energy and you step into you start to step into stability, and you want that change fast, right? We want to see it, and we want to see it come in but it's slow and steady is my universe too. So slow and steady definitely is the way you want it. Because if it came in fast and furious, then most of us would lose it faster than we gain it. Come in and come out just as equally. But you got this, Brady. You got this. There's no coincidence that you were invited here in the chat and that you are here. So grateful, and it's going to get more awesome. I guarantee it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll hopefully see you. Lost my screen again. In the not too there we go. In the not too distant future there. All right, so next up, and Dale, we have time for you as well. So Dale, if you're still in the chat, we'll get you as well. So we've only got Yolanda and Dale. So all right, so Yolanda is next, and let's find you. These are all out of order here. There's Dale. There's Yolanda. All right. All right. So Yolanda, you are up if you want to say hi in the chat so we can ground into your energy. We appreciate it. And we appreciate you. And of course, hopefully the snow that you had, the half plus inch of snow you had today, melted this dawning here, but favored. All right. Here we go.
Okay. Hi, Yolanda. Okay. I realize some of us have been here a really long time. We're getting to you. All right, Yolanda, so I do see your question up on the screen. Any guidance from your ancestors or the highest light and truth, please and thank you. Okay. Yolanda, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Get the energy flowing again here. Sorry, Yolanda. I am connecting in. It's just taking me a moment. All right, Yolanda, let's see what message your ancestors have for you. Let's get a message for Yolanda. Let's get one card here, please. Okay. And I see this one here. Okay. And the card that I drew for you is the Ace of Air. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here is new information. I see you personally connecting with your guides and your ancestors. But what I see here is you questioning also. You questioning the messages that you're receiving. And I see that what your guides are saying is it's okay if you don't understand the meaning right away. But let the fact that you realize that you are receiving information, let that inspire you. Let that uplift you. And let that inspire you to keep going, to keep connecting with your ancestors. And I see this situation in your life. I see you questioning actions. You questioning next steps in your life. Like, what should I do next? Is what I'm hearing. And Spirit's saying, we don't have to get everything perfect. We don't have to get everything right because there is no right or wrong. That it's okay if along your journey you have to make adjustments and course correct. That's okay. Making adjustments is part of the learning process. Making adjustments helps us to learn and grow, and it keeps us open. That way, we're not so locked into this is the only way. This is the path I must follow, and that is it, and that can never change. And we don't want that rigidity. We want to remain open. And your guides are communicating with you. They're around you to assist. And if you don't understand, you can always ask them to communicate with you in a way that is loving, accurate, and easy for you to understand. And I always add easy to understand because we have to learn each other's language. It's important that your guides know how you communicate and that you know how your guides communicate. So let's see what action you can take. What action can you take to align with this energy? Because I feel like you're at the beginning of a journey, the beginning of a phase that is going to open up and uplift your way of thinking and communicating. I feel like it's going to be putting your mind more at ease. So let's see what action you can take to align with that. Let's get one card for Yolanda. What action? And I'm seeing this one here. Okay. The Nine of Fire. And this is like the Nine of Wands in the traditional tarot. So this is what this looks like. Your guides are talking about knowing that you are resilient, knowing that you have overcome many challenges and obstacles, and understanding that you are more prepared for what life throws at you or brings your way. You are more prepared than you think you are. That you have a lot of strength. You have this inner strength. And you have this courage. And you're not afraid to stand up and face your fears and do what needs to be done. So what Spirit's saying here is to continue being the leader of your own life. Continue being the authority. And take a look around you at what has already grown. What have you overcome? What is working out for you? And build upon that. But it's so also they're talking about it's okay to let your guard down when necessary. That I feel like you have this tough outer shell, and letting others in is not something you do easily, and that's okay. People should have to earn trust, or at least I believe. It's not like it used to be where we could trust people until they showed us they couldn't be trusted. I feel like the world is much different now, and we must use discernment. But it's okay to be a little softer and a little more open with those closest to you, because that will assist with communication and with new ways of thinking. And I see you as sort of like a firecracker too. It's like you get things done. You know how to get things done. So trust yourself. And also know that you have a team, a spiritual team surrounding you. You are protected. You can face these more difficult moments and know that you will come out okay. Yeah. You have a hard, I see your comment here. You have a hard time trusting. It seems when you let your guard down, that's when it happens. And yes, Yolanda, and this is where the discernment comes in. Just know that there are those close to you that can assist you. And I'm not saying let your guard down completely, but just soften a little. And you'll know which people to do that with. Follow your intuition. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome for you with this new energy that's come in for you? What is the likely outcome? I see this one here. Okay, I see you releasing. So the card that I drew for you is the Nine of Air. And this is what this looks like. And I see you releasing, working through and releasing these things that are causing you to worry. Those areas of your life where you feel uncertainty, uneasiness, and worrying. I see you working through and releasing that energy. Spirit saying the light will shine for you. That sometimes we have to go through the dark to get to the light. So you've walked through some heavy energy, and that cycle is coming to an end. So Yolanda, I'm hoping that resonates with you. I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
All right, Yolanda. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Yolanda, Saint Germain, we are grateful for you. And if you are still here, Dale, you are going to be up next. So we will be the last one, Dale. But we did not. So we saw your question. So if you are here, throw in the chat and you will be next. So, all right, Yolanda, we are grateful for you. Connecting with your guides. Two things we are going to ask you to do tonight. You live alone. We have heard that before. So speak out loud. Are you talking to your guides? It's the simple speak out loud method. Hi, how are you? What is new, guides? Show me what is new in my universe. It's that hard, right? So are you speaking out loud? That is your first job, to start acting like you are schizophrenic in your own apartment, right? So talk out loud, speak to them. They are going to speak back, right? You will hear them. We are not saying you are really, but we are making a joke. But nonetheless, from your end, talk to the open air, right? And you know what will happen is you will get guidance. You can do things with your guides that you cannot do with others, right? So get in your car, ask to play a game, maybe one headlight, or do the personal license plates. Ask your universe to show you personal license plates with messages, right? Watch what happens in your universe. Ask your universe to show you messages through music. Watch what happens. You are there. If you slow down, you'll hear the messages, right? But ask your guides. You can tell her. You have the control of your communication with your guides. It is not the other way around. You have the, you are the one at the trigger switch, right? So you tell them, how do you want to communicate, right? Be loud. Are you asking your universe to be loud? Are you asking your universe to speak to you in a way that will match your vibration, right? You're a music person. For maybe it's a YouTube video and you turn on the video and you hear the line, right, as it starts that you need to hear to change everything for that day, right? So whatever it is for you, find a game, whatever works, and jump into that game with your living universe and watch what happens. You are in a grand living toroidal field, and the more you realize how much your vibration, your words, your actions truly creates what you see. It's just a biofeedback mechanism, basically, right? So as you start to see that, you will see that you are the center of your own universe, and however you are vibrating is what is literally showing in your field. So keep all of that in mind, that if you are not understanding the message, ask them to be clearer. You are in control of this relationship. They are there working for you. You are the grand show on this planet, and they are here like planets orbiting you as the sun, right? So if you can see that, then you grab them and say, hey, let's get this show on the road, right? Show me what I need to see. Show me what is next, guys, and be loud about it, right? When I get in the car, show me more through music, through license plate numbers, or personalized license plates, the headlight that's out, whatever it is for you in your universe, you make the game up. But that is one thing you definitely need to do. You are the authority of your universe. Yolanda, stand strong. When you get up in the morning, slam your foot on the ground and say, I am grateful. My universe, my world, and it's awesome, right? Are you doing those things? When you get to the mirror, are you giving yourself the high five? Are you saying, I am heard, I am seen, and I am amazing? You do all these things. Watch what happens in your universe. We've had conversations. You've had conversations with Josh. You are amazing. So be that amazingness. And the other thing we are hearing is to turn on your heart light, right? Let it shine wherever you are. We say not saying you are Neil Diamond, but nonetheless, be that diamond in your own universe and turn on your heart light. Allow for others to see how awesome you are. Walking around with a wall around your heart is only going to get those who want to try to chisel into it, to take your energy in your frame. When you are loving, right? Watch what happens. It all flows into you. You are not having to fight anything. So allow, let go. Turn on your heart light and watch what happens. Yolanda, you are an amazing soul. And we want to see amazing things happen to you. So let's go and release into your universe. You are the shine that you are looking for every day. So relax and let it happen. You are amazing. See that. All right. So thank you, Yolanda. You are amazing. And realize that. Really, it's okay not to get the message, but it's not okay to tell your guide to ignore it. So what it's okay is to tell your guides, I'm not hearing you. Speak up. Speak loudly. I need this to work for me. This is reciprocal here. And so when you do that, watch what happens. It gets amazing. If you, they want you to hear, and so they don't know that you don't know that they don't know that you don't hear. The communication you have with your guides is as open as you are with your guides. So if that makes any sense. But you've got this. I know you do because we've talked. So you're amazing. All right. And finally, last but not least, and of course, guys, stick around. Dale, if you're out there, I'm going to throw you up on the stage here. Stick around, guys. We have 3 cards. And then afterwards, of course, we have Truth Wave at the 45. So pretty much right after this, we have Truth Wave energy meditation. So Dale, you are up and the last one, and we are grateful. And let me just see if you dropped into the chat there, Dale. I don't know if Dale.
Dale's
He's here?
here. Mhm.
Okay, great. I'd have to go back in the chat. All right, so I'm going to throw you back up, Dale. I did. And we are.
Okay, Dale. It's good to see you here tonight. So I do see your question. Have my guides, archangels, or spirits been trying to contact or speak to me? Okay. All right, Dale, I'm just going to connect in with your energy. So I'm hearing clear your mind. So I believe that's a message for you, Dale. Your guides are saying when you're open, they can communicate with you. And we must clear our mind to be open. So let's see what communication your guides have. So I see this card here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is 3 of air. And this would be like the 3 of swords in the traditional tarot. And what I see here, your guides are talking about releasing expectation. Release what you think the communication will sound like. Release what you think it should look like. Release what you think it should feel like. Because by releasing, that is how you will understand the message. They're going to communicate with you in the way that they feel you will understand. And if you are more visual, they're going to send you images and pictures or words that you might see. If you're auditory, it could be through song. It could be through hearing a message. It could be a thought that they place in your mind. But your guides are also talking about this is a time for healing yourself. That we want to remember that spiritual awakening is not about trying to develop psychic abilities. Spiritual awakening is about trying to create heaven on earth, so to speak. Awakening is all about healing ourselves so our heart can be open and loving to its maximum potential. And then the psychic abilities, the communication with guides, that is all secondary. That is a byproduct of awakening. It will happen. There's no way for our senses not to become heightened as we are awakening. So your guides are saying this is the time to focus on forgiving the past, healing the past, and healing your heart. Because the more healed you are, the easier it will be for your guides to send messages to you. And let's get another card. What action can you take here? What will assist you with this healing? Forgiveness. So Dale, what is it that you must work on forgiving yourself for? There, you don't have to answer that. This is a question for you to meditate on and work through internally. But forgiving the self can be very difficult. And your guides are talking about forgiving yourself for past actions or inactions. Okay. So, what action can you take? I see this card here. Okay. The Six of Fire is the card that I drew for you. And this is like the Six of Wands in the traditional tarot. And what I see here for you is treating yourself well, recognizing where in your life and on your healing journey, recognize where you have been successful. Look at how far you've come, because you are not who you were when you first awakened, or even before you awakened. You are growing and evolving. And Spirit saying, recognize yourself for that. Also trust. To communicate with your guides, trust the messages that you receive. Trust what comes through. The more we act on the intuition, or the more we act on the guidance that Spirit sends us, the easier it will be for us to trust that we are on the right path. Because what will happen is, as we take action towards something we've been asking our guides to assist us with, and things turn out successful, we'll say, oh yes, that worked. I must be connecting with Spirit. I must be receiving communication. And the more we say that, the more we will ask for assistance, and we'll repeat that process over and over. So just trust yourself. Know that you have come a long way on your journey. You can already see the changes in yourself. So continue to be strong. Continue doing the work, is what Spirit is saying. And let's get one last card for you here. What is the likely outcome for you? Let's get one last card for Dale. What is the likely outcome here? Oops, and I see this one wanting to fall right out. So we're going to go with it. Good, Dale. I see your comment here. I'm learning to trust myself. I'm seeing the results, and I am grateful. And continue doing that. And the likely outcome, the Queen of Earth. And this is what this card looks like. So what I see for you is that you will begin to see the shifts in your physical reality. You will begin to see the results. They will seem tangible to you. I see you being in charge of your destiny and taking control and creating the life that you want to create through grounded action. Understand that everything you desire is right within your grasp. Just continue to follow the process. Continue to let go of the past and to heal yourself and open your heart. Trust that you're receiving guidance and communication, and take action on that guidance and communication. So Dale, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that resonates. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.
Dale, we are grateful for you. There we go. We are grateful for you. Get your question pulled up. And everybody stick around after Dale here. We're going to do a 3-card pull here. And if you have not seen one of Laura's 3-card pulls, Dale, we are grateful. Thank you for sticking around. We take care of those. You are taking care of yourself, right? So are your guides speaking to you? Are you breathing? Do you eat? And do you sleep? Have you taken a shower? The answer is yes, 24/7, 365. Your guides are always speaking to you. Are you slowed down to listen? That is the question. Everything you see in your universe, generally speaking, is feedback from yourself to yourself and your guides to you. You create this. This is your living toroidal field. Your thoughts, all of them. Your energy, all of it. Your actions, all of them. Create what you see in your living universe. This is just a reflection of who you are. So if you are standing here in a field in the middle of nowhere, then you are reflecting that you are worthless and standing in a field by yourself, maybe. Or maybe you got lost, right? We don't know. But nonetheless, what you see in your universe is truly a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Don't worry about what you are seeing. How are you feeling? That is the first question. Have you gotten to that? Your guides are always speaking to you. Period. Are you listening? Do yourself a favor before you go to sleep, right? Ask yourself, how do I feel? We are never saying to do a look back in your universe, but as Laura said there, if you step out of your frame for a minute, step into the frame of Dale 10 years ago, right? Stand there for a minute. Be Dale of 2015, right? Stand in that. Close your eyes, then stand in the Dale of now. Which one do you prefer? I would imagine the Dale of now, right? What we are saying is if you are not thinking that you are communicating with your universe, if you are not seeing results, how do you feel inside? Before the outside changes, the inside has to change first. Are you feeling more peace? Then you have seen change. Are you feeling less confusion? Then you have seen change. Are you feeling more love in your universe? Then you have seen change. We conflate that maybe sometimes the outside hasn't yet caught up. But if your inside is feeling better, if you can look out into the greater source field and see the birds through the trees, you can see the sun and feel the warmth. You can stand by a lake and feel the waves of peace from the water grounding in it. What change haven't you made? What are you looking for otherwise in your universe? You are that change. Feel that. If you are having expectations from your family, your spirit family, then you are sorely mistaken. It is not for you to have any expectations. Allow them to work for you. Remember, it is a symbiotic relationship. Are you communicating with them that they are not working for you? It is not about what you receive as well as how much you are asking, speaking, directing. This is a biofeedback system. Are you giving feedback to the bio that you are receiving? That is the question. Look at how far you have come by feeling how far you have come. Can you sit in silence for 15 minutes? 90% of the world cannot. Can you take a walk and come home feeling more peaceful? In silence, without headphones? 90% of the world cannot. Can you see a better day? Most only see their worst days. So when you sit there, Dale, and think that you are not seeing progress, I guarantee if you ground into any of that, you will see more progress than you realize with your real eyes. Dale, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm looking for the progress outside, and it's not totally materialized in any form or fashion, but you know it has is the peace inside myself. And that's the biggest gift of all. So sometimes when we don't see the outside, feel the results, and and maybe the universe doesn't change the outside until you realize that your inside has changed. Sometimes that happens too. So I don't know, Dale, but I don't know where you're at. But favor, do a look back. Take 10 years. Look back where you were and see where you are now, internally, not externally. And I guarantee you, there's a big change that's happened. And we love you, brother. And grateful to have you here. And one thing I wasn't touched on, that you forgiveness. That's the biggest. That's the other big key. If you don't forgive yourself for your past, you can't stand in your presence. So keep that in mind. All right. All right. Thank you, guys. Dale, we love you. All right. So we're going to pass it back to Laura. Thank you all for sticking around, for all of you who did. All right, Laura, it is now up to Laura here. We're going to pass it to her for our 3-card pool. And if you want to make a donation, all the information is going to be right here. As Laura shows the card, I will disappear the info and bring it back up. So do consider making a donation to Laura here. And thank you all for sticking around. Laura, it is on you.
Okay. So what I want to do is get a personal message for all of you tonight. Let's see what angel would like to come through and work with you. So what you're going to do is clear your mind, and then you're going to pick a number between 1 and 3. So whichever number comes to you first, 1, 2, or 3 is the correct number for you. So go ahead and choose a number. So let's get a card for those choosing number 1. Okay, for those choosing number 2. And for those choosing number 3. Okay. All right. If you chose number 1, your message comes from Archangel Michael. I am the Archangel of safety and protection. Let me bring you comfort whenever you feel unsafe, physically, professionally, or emotionally. And the affirmations you can use if you chose number 1. I am surrounded by angels of protection. I am perfectly safe in all ways. If you chose number 2, your message comes from the life purpose angels. Whatever you feel called to do, we can help you take it to the next level. Call upon us to bring magic into your vision. And the affirmations you can use if you chose number 2. Today I will take one step in the right direction. Every thoughtful action brings me closer to my dreams. And this is number 2. And if you chose number 3, your message comes from Archangel Jeremiah. Call upon me, mercy of God, for forgiveness, so you can move forward and make choices uninhibited by the past. And your affirmations are, I release the past with gratitude and forgiveness. I joyfully create the future of my dreams. And these are your affirmations. So once again, I would like to thank you all for being here. I realize that most of you stayed with us for a very long time, and I do appreciate your presence. If you would like to book any of my services, I do offer personal tarot readings. I also offer personal Reiki healings. You can book those right on my website, which is www.letspiritguide.com. You can also feel free to email me, laura@letspiritguide.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Laura. Oh, no, not Laura. Sorry. At letspiritguide_. That's my Instagram handle. If you would like to make a donation, you may do so through my PayPal, which is laurabennett1111, or my Venmo, which is Laura Bennett 229. I hope that you all have the most amazing week. I am sending you all so much love, so much healing, so many blessings. And remember, as always, let spirit guide.
All right. Thank you so much, Laura. Guys, let's give Laura a big hand here. And thank you, Laura. You're amazing. And we are grateful. And as Laura said there, if there's anything that you need outside of what you would want to put on YouTube there, and Laura's amazing. And I know readers, actual physical readers on our channel here who've had readings with Laura. So Laura actually is the reader for the readers themselves. So that's pretty awesome. So if you need any additional energetics, if there's something that has been itching at you to find out, and certainly give Laura a try there. Her energetics are amazing, as you've seen, and her prices, if you check out her website there, are fantastic. So, Laura, we thank you so much, and thank everybody who is here. We thank all of you as well. Up next in 10 minutes is Truth Wave. If you're watching it's in a rewind or the replay, you go, what is that? Truth Wave Energy Meditation is to 9:45 in the Eastern Time, in the AM and the PM. Check it out, guys. It's a great way to start and end your day, and most of us here, will be there. Again, Laura, thank you so much. We send you the greatest love, biggest energies, Patrick, as well. Thank you. Guys, if you got a reading, do consider a donation. This is how Laura produces her universe, and as well, we are thankful. So again, guys, if there's anything you need from Laura, please do check out and utilize her website. Anything else, Laura, before we get going here?
Just have a wonderful night, everyone.
All right, guys. Thank you again so much for attending, and check us out. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when I do go live. And we are live again Monday through Friday at 10:33 in the Eastern, 7:33 a.m. in the West Coast with Good Dawning, where I channel and we discuss building your universe. If for some reason you actually have 8 pages of notes here, so if you actually want the notes from your reading, I will mail them to you. My sloppy handwriting here, but I will mail them to you, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. I have to take notes, so if I don't ground it in, then St. Germain's not going to remember. Right? So there we go. So I got your notes here if you want them. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for being here, Laura. Appreciate you. We love you. And guys, have an evening as awesome as you are, and we'll see you all over at hopefully over at Truth Wave there. Thank you all. Take care. Have a great night.